Okay, so things are streaming. Stream is on. Everyone. So. So now. And we'll go to Ymir, to video, and then we'll place link. And we'll go and be happy. Happy fun times now, yes? So. Let us, before we launch the server, talk about a few announcements. Make sure that Twitch is not having a fit. Okay, Twitch doing all right. Everything seems to be rolling along just fine. Okay. Let things run a few seconds, and then we'll talk. Then we'll launch the server in about 5. Okay. So then. So let's talk shop, shall we? Let's go over some announcements. Hawkins will be a bit busy on the Tuesday coming up, so that would place it on what, the 31st. So we won't be streaming Ymir that day, our co-host stream that we've been doing. I'm gonna see if I can play some Terminal Conflict, a game in development. I think Strategy Mill. Could have sworn a Strategy Mill. Pretty sure, damn sure it's Strategy Mill. Either way, that's what I'm going to aim to stream. And we'll be doing that for at least an hour. I don't know if I'll extend it as long as I normally do, but we'll try that. So now we're gonna talk shop, and of course, before that, of course, I'm not going to be streaming this Saturday. I'm going to be away for about 3 days. Yada yada. Probably about the 3rd time I've mentioned this, but I'm going to be gone. No stream. It's not happening. But let's talk about the game. So let's talk about wood. You may commonly know it as that thing that I go, fuck my wood, or god damn it wood. Those things. So it's important in the Ymir economy, definitely in the early phases. It comes down to a couple points, like expansion. A lot of buildings require wood to be built. And you need them, like definitely some buildings to improve your health and your happiness of your Porcos. A lot of services require it to improve their life. So it's pretty important in regards to expansion. Defenses. Also pretty key. People like staying alive, and I like keeping my goods so I can use them. Palisades, each block, and I think gates as well, require 2 wood. So you need a lot of wood. Military, a lot of early military goods require wood as an input. So you have javelins, bows, spears, and wooden shields as an example that I can think of early stages. Warriors, the initial melee unit. Yeah, you almost need 2 wood tiles. I can live with 1 forested tile, but warriors also require it as basically their weapons. The economy, it's your fuel. Until you get charcoal, you need a lot of it. It's your earliest source of fuel. It'll be your bottleneck to produce like pottery and a bunch of other things, if I recall. No, mostly pottery. But pottery is used in other things like cider and wines. So you use quite a bit. I'm also, running pretty short. But until you get charcoal, which still requires wood, by the way, but it's just far more efficient at using the wood. You need wood. So as your economy diversifies, the importance of wood remains the same, but it's in competition with other goods that you need to improve upon. Like you're going to need wood to get your copper industry going because it's fuel. Something you need to keep in mind, but it becomes easier to manage as you get more efficient, your lumberjacks get better, and you have more policies to improve how much a lumberjack can use of its catchment area, in that big grayed out square when you play it, when you place it. Why does this matter? Not every game of Ymir would be the same, depending where you start. This is one of the interesting parts, is it's kind of asymmetrical. everyone will have different starts. You'll have different starting resources to work with. You'll have different things to play with. But if you start on a forested tile, regardless of biome, you'll rather set on like wood production for quite a long time. You're pretty secure. You don't have to worry about, you know, how you need to like ration it for certain industries. We need to get the server up. If you start a non-forested tile, like the first thing you probably want to do is get a forested tile with other resources, by the way, so you can relieve that bottleneck. It matters because I fucked up. I did that port down on that oceanic tile, and that set me back quite a bit. So I don't know how much I can do catch-up wise, but it's something to keep in mind that it's held me back, and it's going to affect a lot of my gameplay decisions moving forward. But that's just something I wanted to, you know, bring up. So let's get the show on the road. Sorry. And get the server running. That's why everyone else is here. But I definitely wanted to talk about it because wood is... I definitely wanted to bring it up because it's one of those bottlenecks that people really need to be aware of when they get this game. It's definitely a serious consideration to have. So that's why when I was looking for my secondary tile, I was looking for copper and wood. And I found it. I just, you know, was stupid and did not settle that immediately. I went for the port instead. Okay, well, the server is now up. I'm going to make that announcement, and then I'm going to go join in. Hawkins is up. And I'm going to get Hawkins online here. We'll do a little chat before we go.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Hawkins. How's it going?
Oh, good. How you doing?
Oh, I was just talking about the importance of wood and my stupidity and order of setting up settlements. And how I affected, essentially, that. I wanted to get into the nit and grit of the importance of wood.
How's that going for you so far?
Much better now that I have wood.
Mm-hmm. Campus Astartes. I noticed that one settled in there. That's good.
Yeah, it's got my copper.
Ray just grabbed the river end, did he? Okay. I didn't notice that last time.
Yeah, that one's new. I think he did that at the end of the series. Now I just gotta remember what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like, I have totally notes and stuff, like where I want to go and what I want to do, but...
I've done, what, four or five episodes since our last stream of my my single-player one, so I am entirely mentally lost right now, so...
Yeah, it's the first little bit of this stream. I probably should like, watch my streams before I play, but...
I watch yours usually a day or so after.
Well, I've been kind of busy as of late with the wedding coming up, so I haven't been able to watch as much as I usually do. It's mostly just been the internet radio going on.
Yeah, yeah. I got a request by our friend to your west and to my southwest, Mr. Leader of the Dukedom. I apologize. It's not a duchy anymore. Apparently, it just changed. Yeah, he's got quite the score running there. He also has
are we talking allies. Sheraton?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
he does.
Are.
Yeah. What happened is mostly
grab more javelins. Yeah. Okay.
I need to get doctors set up here and forums. Huh.
He's got an ally. He's got a partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. The barony of Porkmark. Stormwolf Greybeard is part of his clan now. So.
Oh, I remember Stormwolf. He's on a couple other servers that I run.
Mm-hmm. So that's part of the big score boost. I mean, his cities are doing well. His empire itself is doing well, but
yeah, because when you create like a collection of nations, your score is additive. It all goes to who's at top.
Yeah, well, in this case, the Dukedom of Moraria is now the leading score with 3,056. But if you actually look at Regis by clicking on him, you'll see his score is 2,300.
Okay, that's not too bad. I say as I'm only sitting at about far less than that.
Oh, I just had improved.
Was it this game that I wanted to move Foundries over? Shit.
So I wanted to, before we switch off to our own little place, I wanted to make sure people on both ends hear the shuffle that we've been doing here. So we have. I was not available yesterday because I was in course all day.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of stuff going as well. So
I just wasn't around.
We're trying to squeeze in a stream here. Tuesday is the last day of the month, and in the last 5 days, we went from we would like to rent a new house to we found one and we got it, and we have to sublet the one that we're currently in. So it's been a whirlwind of a few days. Yeah. But the 31st, of course, lands on Tuesday, and my internet's being disconnected the day before, so I can't do anything about the Tuesday stream, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I put up the announcement that we're not going to be able to stream that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the next weekend, of course, you're at the wedding. So
yep.
It'll be a slight hiatus here for
until next Tuesday. I do plan on streaming on Tuesday. It just won't be the Ymir community stream.
Mm-hmm. That sounds sensible. So yeah, if you guys are watching on my end only, you can check out Acularius to keep you entertained for Tuesday, and then Saturday, I think both of us. I think next Saturday I will try to do something similar where I do some sort of stream. There's a game that's kind of mulling around in my brain that I'd like to try on the stream, but
yeah, I'm thinking of doing Terminal Conflict on Tuesday.
I've been looking at this game Grimwood. I'm
okay.
not sure if you've seen it. It's a multiplayer village survival sort of game. It's weird, but looks interesting. So if you
sometimes the best games are.
Yes,
because if you think about it, Ymir is pretty weird, but I love it.
It's off the norm, anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I bet you we should probably get to actually running our empires before Sheraton takes off too far ahead of us here.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
Sounds good.
Talk to you later, bud.
So I'll talk to you at the end. Good luck.
You too. Godspeed. Okay, so we have an empire to run. Empire, I mean city-state. Collection of city-states. We need to bring up the services. Shit, I forgot to bring some hammers. So we're mining the copper here. Are we smelting it here too? Where are we getting? Oh, we have copper in our capital. That's why we have axe production there. And I think we'll probably move our pottery production over here. We have some clay to start us off. We have the fuel here. Yeah. I think this is where we will set that up. We need to get a forum going. Eventually, our Porcos will start developing their own local culture. So we need to get them chatting about how glorious the city-state is. So, what am I importing? I'm importing the wood. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But how are we doing? Let's check wood. So we are just under the demand. Okay, like this is important to me, the demand for wood, because wood is fuel at this point, so we need to be within this. We have the axis here, we are producing hose, we need to move some of these hammers down south. Sorry. Recently I had a late lunch, I was outside working in the garden, I needed some tender love. Porcos, welcome, Cyrus. Welcome to the stream. Then I ate food, it was delicious, my belly is reasonably full, and we should be good for the 2 hours that I'm thinking of streaming today. Because I want to wrap up by about 4, my time. Sorry. Anyway, let's introduce some services for our Porcos. Yeah. You need some doctors. Or this much. One doctor should do. Doesn't really even have the population to do that, doctor. But that's fine. How are we doing here? This isn't working fully, so... We do have some wheat, we have some things here. So where are we growing this? Nah. That's a bit too far low. We want to get about 4 more. And 2.9 is fine. That should get you up at 100%. Excellent. So I want to look at my notes. What was I thinking at Campus Astartes? Campus Astartes, I was thinking of... Oh, okay, so I'm going to produce a lot of wheat here. So I was thinking of that as an export. But it's also like a forest region, so I don't want to use too much of it. I don't think I was going to ranch here. No, I was probably going to save that. Probably for the Port Acularius. Because it's a lot of flat land. Plenty of room to let the sheep run free. Ding 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 ding. Might need to expand the wood cutting here. But really what this place needs to do is grow. Tech-wise, where are we at? I know we have some money now, but that's not enough for currency. Can't do that. We do have portage, so that's helping us out move goods to where they're needed. That's cider. No rush on that. Well, we could start this. But we don't really have a huge pottery industry to really justify that. Policies are running. Any more? No. Any more here? Nope. Use material, not a good idea. Definitely since we're starting to move pretty well now. How we looking loyalty-wise? Come on, load up. 40. Ooh, that's tight. Like a tiger. 74. Port. Oh my lord, we can't really let this place grow much more. Does it require more services? It might require forms. We have form here. We do have form here. How are we doing? It's getting local culture, which is going to bring down the loyalty. Authority. State troops. We do have those at least. We're making wool. State power. That's hurting us. Cultural balance. We need to work on this. We don't want to introduce doctors here. We're doing well ahead, and I don't want to really develop it too much. We're doing too much waste here, so the more we develop, the worse off we're going to be. Except for maybe like apples. If we're exporting some, right? No, not exporting apples. Like, but that's what this place is going to be good for. Apples. Very interesting. What are we getting this up to? 10? Is that expanding carrot production to sell? No. No. I wasn't doing that. Am I exporting that? Yeah, I am exporting carrot. Or is it a whole of 1 to Campus Astartes? Are we selling that? Yeah, we're definitely selling that. Okay, let's just improve our capital then. I think we need to... Couldn't mud bricks be used to make charcoal, which is more efficient as fuel? Not really, because to make mud bricks, you need to, you know... The whole point of making charcoal is you want to, like, starve the oxygen environment that the wood is burning in, so, I don't know, remember the exact, but mud bricks also require like mud and fuel, so it's kind of energy inefficient to, you know, put fuel into the mud bricks and then, you know, put the mud bricks to make more fuel. I don't think the return would be that great. Sorry, and like mud and clay, you have in relative abundance. Well, mud or clay. One of the two. Okay, what am I doing here? We're producing hose, but we're not using them. Are my farms at full capacity? No, they're not at full capacity. Okay. Well, we're gonna go fix that. How are we doing for services? We could probably build another doctor here. We could probably get more clay being mined here. Or we could potentially just upgrade our current clay. But do we have a builder yet? Should probably get some builders going. But we don't have wood and we're using it all. Dang it. So we should expand our wood production and Campus Astartes, but it doesn't have a whole lot of population. Dang it. Wood. Not one, like 0.5. We'll just move some of our spare over in Acularius, which needs all the wood it can get. Use the port. Wish I could access this fish. 1389. Boundary is rolling full tilt. It's beautiful. Our budget's not doing that bad for this stage of the game. Textile. We can probably... No, that's not a whole lot. This is not at full tilt. I kind of don't want this in the shopping district. We need to create an industrial one. Industrial, I suppose, can be on this side. 40 barbarian raiders. 25 should be fine. 1.2. Oh. Oh, we are using most of it. Okay. This just is not working that well. Interesting. Oh, no, you stay, actually, because... No, stay. Because we're producing enough, kind of, to have 2 weavers on the go. Is that combat taking place? I guess it's not in my capital. But all my other places. Yeah. Charcoal is just the wonder fuel. Why are you not making money? Oh, you're probably just on the threshold. Yeah, you're on the threshold between making enough and not enough. Okay. I don't want to do too much more than that. We're at 100% here. 100. 100. Not 100. We will improve this. Okay. Excellent. Should help with our... Why? Are you dropping like a rock? We only need to maintain 10 here. 10 here, so it's not... Oh, is it because we took away some wheat? Probably because we took away some wheat. Well, damn. Hmm. Eventually we'll have tin. We have leather coming in. Are we ranching anywhere here? Or is that just from hunting? Well, that's probably just from hunting. Well then. No wood, okay. We're gonna move some of these hammers down to Campus Astartes. Some of the leather too. Or we'll wait for the combat to end. Odd, I did not get that higher. Why is that not max? Weird. Militia, Imperium. Oh, right, because we needed to stop this bullshit. That is why that is there. The home is here. The port is the secondary designation. Huh. We're just gonna wait for this combat to end, and we're gonna move some axes down there. Gonna move 10. And grab some leather. Another 10. This place is producing some wood too. Maybe we can move some of it up to our capital so we can improve it some more. I don't know, like charcoal bricks. I mean, mud bricks would be quite a waste because it would increase the cost of charcoal. Well, it would really depend how much the output was. Like, not even the labor requirement. You also want to keep the price of fuel down because everything that requires that fuel will increase the price. So pottery would increase in price, copper would increase in price because they are based off like the production cost of good +1 is what they sell at essentially as a minimum. Otherwise it becomes unprofitable. Like, Ymir is classified as a city builder, but if you've ever played like Patricians, like the last one, which was an alright game, but it's kind of similar in that because you got a lot of city building elements, but it requires you to understand how the economy works in your game. And the more efficiencies you can introduce, the more like profit you can have, both as a state and the more access to goods your population can have. Because it works twofold. As the state, you want to be able to get enough money in so you can run efficiently. But at the same time, you want to make sure that your population of Porcos are, you know, happy, healthy workers, because they do a lot of the tech research and all the things that you require as an empire to keep moving forward to stay competitive. I'll probably move some more hose down. This combat's going on for a very long time, by the way. This is just an invasion, right? I mean, a raid, right? Not like an invasion where I lose, like, a pretty key city to have. These are my oil wells. It's of strategic interest to keep them running. We done here? Like, Battle is over. Okay. Oh. Ah, darn. The game does not like when I see the end of combat. I can watch most of combat now, but yeah, it does not like any of that. We got about 4 people online. One I know is Drake, so probably missing a few people. We're just trying to get a stream running this weekend. Because we both know we're going to be busy moving forward. For at least another week. I think we'll be able to stream by at least Tuesday next week. I think we'll figure that out. We'll have announcements posted. Did I lose the militia? Shit, I did. How? Were they not set properly? Motherfuckers, were they not set properly? God damn it. Oh, well, I guess, you know, the walls weren't perfect. Like, oh, we have a few more, so we'll bring 13 javelins. Yeah, did I lose them? Yeah, 10 available jobs. We did lose them. Shit. Okay, well, this is not something I wanted to do, but, bring some Porcos along. And we're gonna go settle. I think Acularius has the population to do that. Yeah, it'll grow back. That's much better developed here. You have those javelins? No, you don't. Probably could have taken them from the port down here because it's got plenty of unemployment. And it's growing still. Like rabbits. Javelins. Probably need to start producing these again. Ha! Dang it. Just move down like 13. Yeah, because, yeah, it might be an idea to do, like, get more people employed to produce mud bricks that you use in charcoal making, but at the same time, it's going to impact a lot of industries that are potentially relying on that fuel to be as cheap as possible. Even the industry itself, because mud bricks would use that fuel. And eventually, when we get to dynamic pricing, I believe with currency, you're gonna really see it hit home. New formation. Not the army, the militia. Acularum. Toi. Max 14. Nice. Just not enough population here. Yeah, that's fine. When you get the population, you'll get to working. Anyhow, we need to get some more wood cut. Yeah, this will be fine. Yeah, that'd be a neat thing, but you can already essentially do that by yourself. But it'd be nice if the Porcos moved to areas that had jobs from areas that did not. I think I'm going to move some of the wood that I have lying around up to Acularius so we can get some construction projects rolling. Actually, no, I'm going to finish the fort here. I'm going to finish the fort down south. Oh no, mostly the fort here because this is more important to me. All the things here eventually like come to connect together. So you need to be mindful of how you expand and you spend. God, forts are to build and upkeep. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think the barbs can get in that. Well, they probably can. Oh well. I'll bring wood up from the south here. Not really being used, and I'd rather keep Campus Astartes running smooth. Silk. Yeah, tools are expensive. And this is what I was talking about. Like, you have our copper at like 17, and because access require copper, or price 2 and all that, it's worth about 18. That's just something to keep in mind. I say as we, blast through our budget here. Oh well, we'll have to repair it with construction projects. I'm gonna put about 20 here, and we'll put the other 10 in our capital. Yeah, true. Immigration between, that'd be interesting to see, but again, a lot of other things I would rather see first. We could probably get another doctor here. We can afford it, so we're gonna put it down. Get the population growing. More available Porcos. More lumberjacks. Dang. Well, we're pretty close. I'll have this gap here now. Eventually, this is where some towers are going to be. And we probably need about 4 more wood. Oh, yeah, I agree. It probably, as I said, relies on areas that, need labor or pay more. And they would leave like people who have probably far less efficient economies but better lifestyles in other cities, so they can get paid more, afford more goods, live better lives. And it would essentially create a brain drain on other nations. So it's usually the best and brightest that can leave or can afford to leave. Definitely at this stage of the game, when transportation becomes much cheaper, becomes easier for populations to really move. Do we have any shacks here? No. You are selling your carrots like a good sir. Okay, so we're getting the wood now. Let's see, Campus Astartes. How much wood are we making here now? So we've got this fort up. We can afford to keep 8 here. So let's clean up these trade routes. So we could probably export all the wood if we wanted to. So 3, 4.2, like 5.2. Let's just go with 5. Probably 5.5. Close. 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 We got that trade route going. Soon we will export. Export should be coming up soon. Yeah, here's the 5.5. Now running into here, coming out of here, but it's still got enough here. That's good. Again, eventually we'll move the pottery down here. And then it can export down to the port and up to Acularius. And it would allow us to focus our labor some more and in our capital, in our current capital. You're getting 100% of your copper? Cotton? Was my cotton not working at 100% or something? Why is this still going down? Do we have, like, something not working? You're all working. Am I importing food that's not working? Is something just not working at 100%? What is fucking us up? How much you produce? 0.7? We can demolish you now. We'll still make 0.1 return. But I'm not entirely sure what's causing the drain on this. Oh, we produce way too much goddamn flint. That's a lot of people that could be working somewhere else. What the hell? Some of these now. I should free up some work. It should go somewhere else. Something a bit more vital. We are producing way too much copper ore. We are not smelting it nearly fast enough. We can probably build another foundry, by the way. Oh, should we? You producing axes. Yeah, you would love more copper ore being smelted. We really should. You're working 100. Where is this not working? Eventually it'll level out. We could probably tone. How much do we need? Supply 4.8. Demand 2.6. Man, it could be run on 1. Probably because one of you guys aren't. Here's the hammer guy. We'll probably have the state order done. Not really. He could probably work if he wanted to, but he's not. In theory, those guys have gone to different jobs that pay money. Or have died already, you know. You can stop. We are no longer selling meat that way. Okay, clean that up a little bit. We need to import stuff though. Oh, we need to find ways to make more money. This will not do. Too much waste. And the forts are expensive. It's probably way too expensive. Well, it's worth trying though. Ah, good. Got that shit settled. So we're gonna just turn this off because we don't need that much copper. We don't have a second foundry going, and we're just stocking up. Actually, we could probably just do the turn off and burn through this huge stock of copper ore. So that gives us some leeway in where we can put people. Still have some wood. Could probably do to make some more javelins. Also do to make spears. Where do I want to put these guys? Wrote this back. We have unemployment now because I fixed up everything. We can probably put down one more flint miner. Not bad. We don't need more than that. Okay. One problem solved. Budget one, not solved. Slowly bleeding cash. Not a situation I want to stay in for very long. I'll improve a bit more housing. Globally trust. Largest city, yeah, not the thing that I need to do right now. Really losing money. It's because of all the tools that we're making. As you see here, Acularius is just burning through it. Like, we are bringing in goods, but we're making a profit of selling them. We're just not selling enough. Okay, come on, think. We have cotton. We want to sell that. We have population, but not enough. But it's growing, right? Yeah, it's growing. We do have some. We can make more cotton ore. Cotton. We can make it into textile. We can send it off to another town at like a bumped up price, and we can make profit that way. Then my Porcos will get more money. They can use that money. Using extra carrots. I only want like 10 over this, and I want to maintain a stock of 5. So eventually he's gonna find out that it's very unprofitable, and he's gonna move to a different job. Yeah, I did, but that was because one of the hammer tool makers wasn't working. So still a fair amount of flint. Screw it. We'll just put it to sleep for now, but we have it in case we need it. We're gonna work on cotton. Yeah, I like this plan. Because we'll increase the tax revenue we get out of the city. And if we increase the tax revenue, we have our budget solved. Don't worry about how much I ramble on. Also, I realized that the music is off, so I'm gonna turn that back on. Oh, I know what I forgot to do, because it was kind of rushed in the little opening there. I'd like to thank everyone who has been following and subscribing as of late. That's very appreciated. I don't think you understand. It's like puts me in a rather happy mood when people do such things. Okay. First bit of cloth is going to go here. Getting some growth, that's excellent. It's going to take a while for this place to grow, but grow it shall. Eventually we will get another farm, you said? Yeah, definitely when this gets up. Oh. So it can produce more food. How are we looking? We can turn you off for now. We're not producing enough cotton yet. Fuck. We'll get back to it. Carrots. Fuck. No. No. Did I just fuck, I put down carrots. Ah, shit. Oh, that's bad. So why you have... Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh, that was bad. 14. Using 1.6. How is my current industry? It's kind of taking a hit for that. Fixing the budget slowly. Okay, well, we kind of have enough hammers for now. Hello, idea. What are you? Countering blows. Wooden shields. Neat. Not required, though. Ah, screw it. We're just gonna turn you all off for now, burn through this huge stockpile of copper, and, we'll get back to you. Okay, so we need more hose. We're getting the wood in. I'm gonna burn through that flint slowly. Not sure why we have all this excess fish. Fine, all the surfaces are good here. Okay. Campus Astartes, how are we looking? We have doctors, we should probably put down a form here soon. Growth is good, got some unemployment. Port Acularius. Just so much unemployment. Does it have clay? We can probably get some justice here. But I need some justice. Let's see my notes. In my notes. Does not have clay. Ooh. Is a bit tough. We would have to import some clay here to sell it to the justice. Do I need that? Its conflict is actually rather low. But it's so much population. That's fine, it's a huge population, we'll just sell goods to it. Actually, while we're here, let's see what the cloth maker needs. Put her down. Put her down there, sir. You are selling the carrots. Good. What are we talking about needs-wise here? Like, how are my farmers doing? Typically rich. Needs, like, pottery and stuff for that. We can bring you clothing for your some of your tier 2 stuff. Good, we have room for that. She's gonna do Jack for the first bit. Farming. We could probably expand this. We cannot. We need to bring down hoes, and hoes are in high demand in our capital. So that's going to be put on hold. Sheep. These pastures or those are pastures. So this place is probably not working at full tilt. No. Okay. It's very undeveloped down there, but I don't need it to making more food. Now I'm getting kind of in the swing of things again. Except from that stint of, you know... we can use that. Bad tile for... one. We're at 22 out of like the potential 30 we have room for. Doing well. We really helped out our population. Let's take a look. So our farmers are at around 4 wealth right now. 2.1 coins worth of income. They have pretty good access, essentially 100% vital needs. That's great. I know it's not that much here, but we're doing good. It's about 100% tertiary needs, so that's great. And, I mean secondary. And 96, that's gotta be a bug, cause there's nothing here. Entertainment or alcohols, and we know neither of those, so we've really got our capital doing pretty well. We could do more, but our farmers are pretty well off, pretty wealthy. Our miners aren't doing too bad. Our artisans are plentiful and unfortunately poor, but as we start creating like an export industry, their wealth should change overall. The wealthier they are, the more they can afford goods. Definitely goods that did not originate in their territory. So you can think about export and import. Globalism, ho! Making money on importations here. It's not much because food margins are very small. Either way, our focus on this episode is getting Campus Astartes and Acularius up and running. Get them in tune with one another. At the same time, we need to show some love down here, but getting those two running will eventually trickle its way to over here. Today, I'm going to teach trickle-down economics. We're going to use this first little bit of unemployment for the clothing, and then we'll probably produce more wood. And we can turn off more lumberjacks in our capital, so they can focus on more important things. Like cotton. Okay, how much cotton are we producing now? A good amount. Need more hose, but we've got 2 tool makers on the case, so that should solve itself in good time. Soon we'll be expanding this production because we're using this place as export. But right now we want to improve the amount of cotton we produce. Well, if you're producing too much meat, Ante, you should probably try specializing in an area and then moving around. Like, make one area a ranching area, and then you move that meat to areas that probably don't have as much. Like, places with one hunting spot will probably not make as much meat compared to their demand. Like, my capital is doing pretty well because we had, like, 2 hunting spots here, I believe. So I would never really consider... Oh, just the one. That's very productive. Do I have a ranch? Oh, no, I have a ranch land here, that's why. So it produces a fair amount of meat. And, you just move goods around. It actually helps with efficiency because you're not wasting as much Porco power and resources. That's a tough one. Maybe you just, like, you focus too much on the making of the leather, and you should probably just, like, focus all your leather production in one area. Like, I want to do that in time, but right now I have priorities in getting the clothing industry rolling, because that should net me some pretty decent dividends. Wow. We are producing more axes than we use, though. This is a happy problem to have. A large house. This house. Oh, we're not producing mud. Well, we can get producing that. It's needed for the next level housing, so... Shit, I know I have one. Oh, right, I turned it off. It was over here. We need to get builders. We should have population free now. Oh, yes. So we fixed up everything, and so people are making incomes again. Decent incomes, so they can afford to buy things. We're going to set this here. And this will really help speed up construction in our capital. And the jump between houses to house, like level 1 to level 2, is big enough to that this is worthwhile. It also means more porcos. We could probably build some new houses, though. I'm pretty sure I saw some shacks. I know I saw some shacks, unless that fixed itself because of the population drop. No, we got one here. If I got rid of you, you'd probably just move somewhere else, yeah. Oh, we don't have the wood now? Okay, that's fine. Well, Ante, sometimes you don't want to, like, put too many eggs in one basket, because to get leather, you need to, like, build a lot of ranching, and you could probably be using that land for other things. That's more returns, and you can just wait to get clothing until later. Like, I'll be able to produce a ton of textiles, and I can produce them pretty cheaply. And I'll be able to export that, and you won't have to worry about the cost of importing it nearly as much. Because the supply-demand ratio is much more manageable on, like, textiles compared to, say, like, the finished good, which is clothing. So I would export to you